opinion that Old Strathcona would have benefited from transit-orientated development. It had some infrastructure there that perhaps could have been more enticing to redevelopment than perhaps the quarters which the proposed line appears to serve.
Correct. Now,
go ahead. Yeah.
I'm sorry, but I wasn't invited to the previous meetings, so I'm not entirely familiar with all of the proposed routes or the previous proposed routes, but I do believe that it just makes a lot of sense to put it through Strathcona. The railway right-of-way could provide for a lot of development along that because it is light industrial area coming in from 63rd Avenue. So if we're talking about building an LRT that will create development, that certainly is a more feasible place where it would create development.
Well, I certainly don't shop much in the quarters these days, but I do enjoy shopping in Strathcona. It does have some basic infrastructure there, which would lead you to believe it would be a receptive area for the LRT and transit-orientated development. I think the other thing you point out, though, is that if the route over the high-level bridge had been adopted, there would have been no impact to the river valley, which the Connors Road route does significantly impact the river valley because it will require another bridge to be built in the central river valley area.
And also 2 lanes will have to go in, 2 track lanes, and if they're found not to be able to go in to undercut the bank of the hillside of Connors Hill, then those 2 lanes will have to go into the Ski Hill and Gallagher Hill, and that will mean massive reconstruction of that park area, a huge amount of earth moving and redesign of the river valley.
I'll ask administration just they weighed or measured, but there has not been, I think to date, there hasn't been sufficient discussion publicly about how those things were weighed in terms of which route they came up with, but we'll have the opportunity before the end of the hearing to ask those questions. I appreciate your submission today.
Thank you very much.
Councillor Soni. Thank you, Mr. Mayor. First of all, thank you very much for being here. I don't know if you're familiar with the overall LRT network, but you're concerned about not running the LRT around Strathcona is dealt with in the central network, LRT network that connects White Avenue, University, downtown, right? So I might give you this copy later on. So the overall city network talks about an extension from from east along White Avenue to University. So there is a connection there. But one of the reasons for choosing the Connors Road is to connect southeast to the east end of the downtown instead of the west end of the downtown, because we already have a connection to the west end of the downtown through the South LRT.
And I think that's, in theory, a grand theory. In reality, Strathcona is a site that historically has been a destination point. It will continue to be a place that people will want to get to. It makes sense that if we put an LRT route through Strathcona, it will be there. It will serve us in generations to come. Whereas something at the top of the hill of Connors will just become a bottleneck and a headache for administrations and future generations that are looking to that.
All I'm saying that once all the network is completed, there is a connection to Strathcona with this plan. Your comment about the Connors Road and the buses, vibration and stuff like that. now you have more than 200 buses running on Connors Road every day, making noise, much noisier than the LRT is. And you will not have those buses running then if you have the LRT running there.
I think much depends on how they're designed, because a rail transit will certainly have a heavier load than a vehicle going up and down the hill as it is designed now.
But overall, LRT is much quieter than a diesel bus. I'm telling my experience. I'm from transit background. The proposed alignment runs close to the edges of the Connors Road. It doesn't run over the ski hill. It runs the edges of the Connors Road and to the west of the Edmonton ski hill and the Mutard Conservatory. So it doesn't run. It has an impact on the river valley. But
with respect, if you've actually walked that hill and taken a look, there's no way to put 2 long lanes of rail along the edge of the road without doing massive construction to shore up those lanes.
We'll ask that to administration. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you. No further questions. Just to reiterate that Mr. Lazat, Brenda Stako, and Don Nelson will be here after 4:30, so we'll call them then. Christopher Spencer is here. Welcome, Mr. Spencer. Mr. Spencer is Mr. Quick, and then Mr. Wilshire. Please, welcome.
Thank you very much. My name is Christopher Spencer, and I'm here on behalf of the Grosvenor Community League. Some residents like the proposal, others don't. The common ground is recognizing that LRT in Grosvenor would have to be done in a way that responds to local needs. You can see on the graphic up there that the shape of Grosvenor is somewhat familiar. At about where Highway 1 would be on a map of Alberta, Grosvenor is bisected by Stony Plain Road. It is difficult to maintain connections for pedestrians and bicyclists. Several people have speculated that bringing the commuter traffic through in intervals by train, thus calming the constant flow of automobiles, would improve cohesion and walkability. The Grosvenor Community League passed a 3-part resolution about the possibility of LRT on Stony Plain Road. This first point was addressed quite well. We are pleased that the Transportation Department recognized that Edmonton's existing LRT model, a railway with ties and ballast, would not fit in Grosvenor. It is also pleasing that the proposal avoids tearing down homes, expropriating church property, and megasizing the transportation corridor through our community. We could not accept as modern the notion that children living on the south side of Stony Plain Road would have to cross 6 lanes of traffic, 4 for cars, 2 for trains, to get to their neighborhood playground, nor that people riding bicycles would have to cross 6 lanes to get to the network of trails within our river valley. Often we hear that Stony Plain Road west of Glenora and through Jasper Place doesn't function very well. Perhaps that's because we're asking too much of it. To be a residential area, a business zone, a transit corridor, and a passageway for cars. A better Stony Plain Road requires lessening the burden. Reducing the number of private vehicles using Stony Plain Road would be consistent with the city's transportation and development plans. Our great disappointment with this process is that we've not been able to persuade the administration to address Grosvenor's most pressing need, to increase the number of families with children and living in our neighborhood. The redevelopment opportunities along Stony Plain Road are the main reason why this particular alignment is being brought forward for Council to consider. There are playgrounds, schools, and other family-friendly infrastructure along the route. Plus, as values shift towards environmentalism and urbanism, Edmonton has a growing population of young adults who want alternatives to sprawl. Creating green family housing for families with children ought to be the planning priority for the Stony Plain Road corridor. The catalyst for sprawl, not just in Edmonton but across North America, has been the flight of families to the suburbs. In our city, 25% of school-aged children live in new areas where there are few or no playgrounds, skating rinks, or schools. Sprawl is not just an environmental issue. Closing existing facilities while building new ones will cost the taxpayers of the city hundreds of millions of dollars. LRT can be an opportunity to address this problem and bring new life to mature communities.